What is up, everyone? Here we are, another beautiful day in paradise. We're going to see Crazy Mike and film an interview for a project he's going to be working on. Dude, you should have been a cowboy, dude. What's the claim? What's up? Dude, the real star of the show.
Say hi to your Uncle Tut.
Mississippi spends $200 million arresting 42,000 Mississippians on cannabis crimes. So we have victims all over the state for this little plant that God made, and God doesn't make mistakes.
For this little plant that God made.
Alright guys, this is the tree right here. Let's sit right up there. Something about this place makes me feel connected to nature. And that's what I wanted to do as soon as I got out of jail. Look at that tree.
It's perfect.
And it looks like a smiley face. Do you see it?
Yeah, it curves.
So, I get happy around this tree. I don't know what it is, but I get happy around this tree. So this is where we'll be doing it. We just drive wherever we want and just hang out with people. And through these journeys, we document stories on Snapchat. Good morning, Snapchat! I told the story of Mike Vale. Mike Vale lives in Mississippi. We were coming through. We're right in the Jackson, Mississippi area. And it was a typical house call. We smoked weed. We conversated. But little did I know, my one night in Mississippi would eventually become a 6-month stay. That was a December to remember. You remember that shit? We just got pulled over right here in Madison, Mississippi. Alrighty, they're gonna search my vehicle here. And me and Shazam will be waiting.
With over a fucking pound on your roof? Fucking smells like weed, dude. Holy shit, Mike, this is on your fucking roof, dude.
I'm arrested right now here in Madison. If anyone can help me, I really appreciate it.
They could have took it a little easier. They didn't have to go to that extremity too. You're not a criminal. I would have bailed you out from the club. I was literally on the phone with the police station inside the club.
I never liked going to jail. I never wanted to go back.
I ain't going back to jail. I ain't going back to jail.
I took that to a whole nother level because I did a whole bunch of stuff to not go to jail.
You have a court date on January 5th, Madison, Mississippi.
Yes, I do, huh?
Yes.
Yo, best of luck to you that day in court, my man. Good luck, man, in court.
Good luck in court today.
Best of luck, Gracie, Mike.
Please don't fucking go to jail.
So when court came up, I skipped it. I skipped it every time. The first time was with Bear.
Crazy Mike isn't doing too well this morning.
When I was a child, I used to play the game hooky.
Hey y'all, it's Bear, so we're at the hospital right now.
The object of the game was to do whatever it takes to not go to school.
I had trouble breathing.
And I'm 30 years old and I'm still playing hooky. But instead of skipping school, I'm skipping court.
What happens when you don't show up at court? You get a warrant for your arrest.
The paperwork saved me.
These are my discharge papers from when I was hospitalized last night.
What if they kidnapped me? They're gonna be the ones actually capturing me.
Yeah.
So we're setting up the scene right now. They're gonna capture me on Saturday. The night before I would go to court, I would get kidnapped. And they wouldn't know where I am. That's a great fucking idea. We are gonna create gold on Saturday by capturing me. All right? Cheers to gold. The kidnap bit never worked out.
I'm either gonna run, I'm gonna hide out, I'll wait till they find me. That's usually a very, very bad idea. The main reason is that they're going to catch you at some point. Typically what they're going to do is they're going to catch you at some point, and you're going to be stuck in jail, and you're not going to be able to get a bond.
You're going to be stuck in jail, and you're not going to be able to get a bond.
So I was officially on the run, and I needed a place to stay. There's a place called the Sausage Castle down in Astatula, Florida. It was the home of the abnormal. And that's perfect for me and Shazam.
Crazy Mike is living, I don't know, about a mile away from my house.
Never thought I'd be switching my identity here, but you know, again, it's just like I'm playing games. I definitely do like my showers to where like outside society doesn't see me, because then it's like, oh, then I have to deal with police and stuff. I could just like chill, be naked and free here. Nobody even knew we were there.
Except a handful of select, intelligent individuals who will not run their mouth. It's been quite hard to keep that a secret, considering my Snapchat's had several messages in the last 24 hours wanting to know your whereabouts.
I'm like the villain on social media. It's kind of funny, actually. I didn't want to tell people I was there because, you know, people talk. And like, I had a warrant out for my arrest. It's crazy that I have to do this, but at the same time, it's not crazy, because somebody just makes one post or a picture with me in it, boom, I could be done. Ain't that crazy? I never liked hiding. Who wants to be wanted? We are at the Mexico-US border. What if I went to Mexico? A country that would treat me like a human being and not a criminal. I'm in Mexico! Setting my van up to leave forever. I will miss her. My brother came out, rented a car, and was gonna drive me to Mexico. You didn't think Mexico was a good idea?
Nah, of course not. You would have just gotten more trouble. Turn yourself in before they came for you, you dumb fuck. Just plead insanity, bro.
Just plead insanity.
Insanity. That's the answer to everything.
Oh, and you get to go home with Uncle Ryan for a little bit.
Welcome to the mental health hotline.
In case you didn't know, my brother finally turned himself in, but before he goes to jail, he needs to be evaluated to make sure he's mentally stable. He's currently being treated at a psychiatric hospital in Orlando, Florida.
It was my way out. Pleading insanity. Plus, it was quite the experience. It came to the point where, is it real life or a movie? I don't know. I think it's the same thing. You see, because I look at life like a movie. What am I going to do now? How am I going to get out of this? I was scared. Life was suddenly becoming stressful. A week before the trial, a guy named Biff Gnarly calls me up on a telephone. He's bicycle touring Southeast Asia.
I've been watching you on Snapchat. I think it's time we combine forces. I have a plane ticket with your name on it. All you have to do is say yes.
Not only is it a free ticket to have an experience of a lifetime, but it's also my way out of the legal shenanigans. I'd be an idiot not to go.
En route to Hanoi, Vietnam.
So there I was. I set sail for fucking Vietnam. I fucking did it. Damn. I left Shazam behind though. I couldn't take him across the seas. And that was hard for me. I love you, Shazam. in the world right now.
Focus.
Despite the fact I was wanted in America, it didn't bother me.
We good.
Because I wasn't in America. I was in Vietnam. I was riding bicycles with Biff and the crew the first 2 months. I got to meet so many people. I met this lady at a Big C, which is like the Walmart of America. This lady offered me a unique opportunity to teach the children of Vietnam the English language.
We can earn many and so much money.
Oh, we can make lots of money for doing it.
And do a class here.
Yeah, here. Come here to traveling and become the English teacher.
I was teaching every day. The kids called me Teacher Mike.
Hello! How you guys doing?
I loved it. I was having a blast. I also met a girl named Holly. She was DJing at a club. I buy this for Holly, who's letting me stay in her apartment. Her hair happens to be the same exact color as this fish.
You name him Mike?
She gave me my own place to stay, plus a motorbike, rent-free. The only thing I had to do in exchange, I had to sell her weed.
Sell that cannabis.
There I was, a teacher by day, a pot seller by night. I had great friends. My job was awesome, great place to stay. I loved Vietnam. I had no plans to return to America anytime soon. Why would I want to go back to a country that wants to put me in jail? One night on May Street.
What happens on May stays on May. Or it goes on the internet.
I was hanging out with a bunch of friends.
Cheers. Yeah.
Drinking beer. The night was going good. A man came by on a motorbike and snatched my backpack. My money, my laptop, my weed, and my passport. The one thing I needed to legally be in the country.
I got my passport jacked.
It was robbed. So having no passport in Vietnam, I had no choice. I went to the US Embassy and I applied for a new passport. 3 days later, I get a call from the embassy and I think I have to, go and get my passport. And they told me it was denied. I said, what the fuck? Denied? When you apply for a new passport, the application gets sent to Washington, D.C. for approval. That's when my name popped up in the system as wanted. The government paid for the flights. The very next day, I was booked going back to America. I was still free at this point. I remember going by the funky jungle where Holly works at. I smoked one last joint with her. I gave my bicycle away to whoever wanted it. And then I went to the airport. So originally I thought I was gonna get to Mississippi. My friend Mike Vale was gonna pick me up. I was gonna smoke a couple joints with him. Then I'd have to call a lawyer and handle these charges. Maybe be put on some kind of probation or some shit like that. I thought wrong. As a matter of fact, as soon as I landed on America's soil, there was 5 U.S. Marshals there. And they were there for me. They arrested me at the fucking Atlanta International Airport. Right there in front of everyone. Handcuffed. And just like that, I was in custody. This was September 3rd, 2017.
I spent 6 months at Madison County Jail. My buddy Mike came to visit me and snapped this picture. This picture is special to me because it was somewhere that I don't ever want to go back to. Somewhere I felt at my lowest. Being that controlled is like clipping the wings off a bird.
I learned something valuable in jail. If I want freedom, I should obey by the laws. I shouldn't really play too much games with the system because they always win. It's designed that way. I'm on probation. I'm on fucking probation where they never really let you go. One wrong move and you're right back in. Here's the agreement. In document 3, paragraph 2, it says, offenders shall avoid injurious or vicious habits, including alcoholic beverages or drugs, unless prescribed by a physician. It's a good thing I have a doctor.
Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day.
Just another visual storyteller.